When it comes to choosing card sleeves, nothing lasts forever, and yet your selection of the best sleeve is the key to an everlasting card collection. Company formulas and quality is ever shifting as well, which is why in this video, I will be re-reviewing KMC Hypermats and issuing a brand new grade, and in that same vein, I will be revisiting Legion's illustrated double mats. I'll also evaluate the Matte Supreme UX sleeves from Ultimate Guard. And finally, I'll take a critical look at the Eclipse deck protector sleeves from Ultra Pro. Does KMC still shine brightly, or has Ultra Pro finally managed to eclipse them? Let's take a look. That wasn't my deck. Let's begin with a re-review of KMC Hypermats, which were once the best sleeve on the market. But word on the street is that KMC was sold, and with that sale came a drastic dip in quality. Re-reviewing these was particularly difficult for me because the newly manufactured sleeves looked identical to the old. Luckily, the new KMC silver color Hypermats helped me out immensely, since this color was not offered in the past, and thus it allowed me to establish a reliable baseline of quality with the new formula. With a textured matte back and clear front, Hypermats are still a comfortable fit for both single and double sleeved cards. However, the shuffle feel is no longer as excellent as it once was. I can pull out older, less used decks of mine that were sleeved in KMC Hypermats years ago and see a noticeable difference in shuffle feel and quality. These new ones still have a good feel, but not as great as it once was. This wouldn't be such a big problem if Hypermats did not split so easily now. These blue Hypermats are clearly the new formula. I can tell by the shuffle feel now. And I can tell by these lines that formed along the seam. See those? Do you know what those are? They are actually tears that occurred just from shuffling. This is a newly sleeved deck, brand new KMCs. And after only one Friday Night Magic, well, you can see what happened. And while the stretch test is by no means the end-all, be-all way to determine a card's durability, that's why I do quite a considerable amount of playtesting with decks in all of these sleeves as a way to see if they split or not and how they hold up, I do feel the stretch test does tell us something. For example, with the new KMC Hypers, you can see, look at this. I can't even stretch them. I have gone through packs and packs of the new Hypers, and it takes so little effort to get them to fall apart in my hands. I could probably do it here. Look at this. There is no way to do the stretch test with these sleeves anymore. While the original KMC Hypermats were far from the most durable sleeve on the market, in fact, far from it, I could still actually stretch them, if only for a moment, before they split. This new formula, all they do is split. Pros, although diminished, Hypers still have a quality shuffle feel, and they are still comfortable for both single and double sleeving, but that's about it. Cons, they are now incredibly likely to split. Extremely poor overall quality, low durability, and while I can't confirm whether KMC was actually sold or if the formula was intentionally cheapened, but whatever the cause, I have tested these extensively now, and I feel confident saying that these sleeves are no longer the best on the market. In fact, they are barely a satisfactory C. Barely. Remember that there's still a lot of old Hypermats floating around out there, and we can't tell just from the packaging. So if you buy a pack and they are incredible, then you probably got the old ones. Really a pity. Next, we're going to take a look at the Ultimate Guard Supreme Matte UX sleeves. Sold in packs of 80, these sleeves have been largely sold in Europe, but are now arriving in the USA and Canada. Available in a wide variety of colors, the sleeves boast an extra high clearness as well as a non-glare, non-reflective front, which to me is kind of a contradiction in idea. In reality, the glazed front does prevent glare, but of course it also dulls colors and prevents foils from shining. The Supreme Mattes can be used for both single and double sleeving, and the sleeves are thin, very thin in fact, and some of the lighter colors are less than fully opaque. And while it's not terribly so, I don't know that I'd put double-sided cards in these, at least not in the lighter colors. The backs are a textured matte, and this provides a smooth shuffle feel, although I think the thinness of these sleeves leads to the seal not being particularly tight. And this, of course, is going to leave your cards a bit more vulnerable than other sleeves. I have had a few of these split on me during shuffling, although not many. You can see from the stretch test that there is some durability, before they begin to break. So I can stretch it, and then it gives way. And I find this to be fairly consistent. I've had a few in my own private stretch tests where it would stretch for a long time. See, on this one, it's already torn on one edge. But the rest of it held firm. Pros: matte back, smooth shuffle, and suitable for both single and double sleeving. Cons: I think these are a little too thin. They also have a low durability, likely as the result of being so thin. And of course, they are not fully opaque on the back for lighter colors. Sold in packs of 80, while these are very good sleeves, there's not much particularly impressive about them. Grade B-. Several videos back, you may recall that I discovered batches of Legion illustrated double matte sleeves, specifically the ones that had been made for Star City Games, to suddenly be easily torn during stretch tests. This was very odd because Legion illustrated double matte sleeves were once some of the toughest, if not the absolute toughest sleeves around. Well, I've been monitoring quality since then, and I can now say that whatever the cause, it is now returned to what it once was, if not improved. Here I'm looking at the card sleeves made by Legion for MTGO Traders, Cape Fear Games, and of course Star City Games Creature Collection. Once problematic for double sleeving, Legion illustrated double mattes can now be used for either single or double sleeving with ease. The sleeves have a glazed front to reduce glare, and the solid white interior makes for a nice frame of the card while contributing to a fully opaque back. These are thick sleeves, and shuffle feel is mostly smooth, certainly better than any other illustrated sleeve on the market, but the corners do catch when mass shuffling, which leads to white marks on the corners rather easily. Still, it's very rare for the illustration to actually peel off with the Legion-made sleeves, but you do get these little white spots. So in my testing, I got an enormous assortment of Legion custom illustrated sleeves. These here are from Cape Fear Games, as well as MTGO Traders. I also got the Star City Games Creature Collection ones, and I made sure that I got the recent ones. That way I know I am testing what they are producing now. And this is just a small sample. I went through an enormous amount of these. Let's just start. I'm going to pull one out here, the Cape Fear Games. Okay, so let's start doing some stretch tests. All right, looks good, don't you think? Now again, I do not feel the stretch test is a perfect, way of determining a card's overall durability, but I do feel that when I can produce results like this and consistently, so here we go. Hey, I got that one to snap, but not at the seam. And that was also me sticking a bunch of fingers in. When you do this at home, actually, probably shouldn't do this at home because then you need to buy new sleeves, but you really should just put one finger in. My fingers hurt from all of these. I can go through this on, and I'm sure, listen, I'm sure. Here, let's open up another one. Let's do the Star City Games. Here we go. This is squirrel thing. Ow. I got it. I got it to snap at the seam. See that? I did get it to snap at the seam. But I don't think that that suddenly means, oh, they're really, really likely to split. In fact, I think this is demonstrating that it takes quite a lot to get them to split. I can't do this with the Hypers, and I can't do this with the Ultimate Guard. I wish that I could. Pros, incredible endurance. These are very thick sleeves giving great protection. And of course, the backs are fully opaque. Cons, the corners become nicked easily, which does affect mass shuffling. And while there was that issue with quality in the past, I've been following this long enough and testing enough of these sleeves from across the board to feel confident enough to say it has returned. Though I never got a straight answer to what happened with the previous batches, I feel very comfortable saying that these are a strong B+. The best illustrated sleeves on the market. Just make sure you get the mattes, not the glossies. And keep in mind that Legion makes the sleeves for a lot of different companies. So if a brand that you like uses Legion illustrated mattes, then you know what the quality is. Ultra Pro, manufacturer of an incredibly large and varying array of card accessories, recently released their Eclipse line of deck protector sleeves. I'm just gonna say it now, these are some of the absolute best sleeves I have ever seen. The sleeve back comes in a variety of colors, from white to yellow to pink and so on, but there is an added layer on the interior of completely opaque black, giving not just excellent protection, but also completely hiding card backs. Use your double-sided cards here, no problem. The back of the sleeves is matte, somewhat stippled, and I feel the texture is much superior to the typical Ultra Pro sleeve. Suitable for both single and double sleeving, the front of these sleeves uses a clear matte material, which reduces glare, but it's really only a semi-glaze. So while glare is reduced, it does not dramatically dull the colors or diminish foils. As you can see here, we have a regular card as well as a foil within an inner sleeve, and colors are still pretty vibrant. And Ultra Pro finally got rid of that horrible hologram sticker that they used to put on the front of all of their sleeves. That alone, 10 points to Gryffindor. Oh, no, wait, this is Ultra Pro. 10 points to Slytherin. The matte front helps create one of the best shuffle feels I've ever experienced. On par with the old Formula Hypermattes. There's no lip, there's no protrusion whatsoever along the edges of these sleeves. They are simply sublime. And remember when I used to tear through Ultra Pro sleeves as though they were Kleenex? Well, those perhaps were the old days. Check this out. I think I can make it break. I know I can. Come on. For old time's sake, Ultra Pro, break on me. Come on. I went through a lot of packs, and I did get a few to break, but not without considerable effort. Ultra Pro has really upped their game with these sleeves. All right, I'm sticking 2 fingers in here. Come on. I know I ripped one, I did. Anyway, I think it's fair to say that at least as far as the Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves are concerned, durability is high, shuffle feel is amazing. These are some of the best sleeves on the market today. In fact, I'm going to say Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves are the best sleeve on the market today. Pros, oh my goodness, where to start? Excellent durability, excellent shuffle feel, fully opaque back, black interior, thick sleeves, anti-glare front that doesn't greatly diminish card colors, and the cons are, I got nothing. Grade? A+. Hey, Ultra Pro, for the love of Richard Garfield, don't mess with this formula, or at least write it down. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. You can help me out by remembering to like, share, subscribe, or just by leaving a comment. And this program was made possible thanks to a sponsorship from Card Kingdom, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. So thank you.